Hi guys, and welcome to this video. This is me out with my Pulsar N450 Digex. It's the first time I've used a dedicated digital night scope from Pulsar. I have used digital in the past with the old NS50 and the NS200s, and then the Viper, but I mainly use my Starlight Archer, which is a generation 3 night vision scope, and the clarity and the quality of that is sublime and second to none. But this is my first foray into the digital world with Pulsar. I've got to be honest, I was quite impressed with the way that this scope set up. It was very simple to use, very nice and easy one-shot zero, and as you can see, I was just messing around with it when I got to the farm. The farmer had called me earlier on in the day and told me that there was some foxes hanging around the lambing sheds, so I headed over there and I started messing around with my IR that I put on top of it. This is an old IR that I've had for several years. I used it with the NS200 and the Viper back in the day, so as you can see, when I start messing around with it in a bit with the zoom and the flood, it's got holes all over it. It's nowhere near the quality of the good ones these days. I have just ordered a PBIRS, hopefully from Paul Baker. That should be heading its way towards me soon, and I'll do some videos with that on board, and I'll also do some comparisons with the one that actually comes with the unit from Pulsar to see how they compare to the PBIRS. Yeah, like I say, it's very easy to use, very simple. It's just a very nice way of shooting. I've been so used to shooting with the Archer on a very awkward shooting position that I found actually shooting with this in a normal shooting position very, very comfortable. So yeah, I was really impressed with it. As you can see, you've got different reticles. This is the reticle I chose because most of my night vision units have Hawk sidewinders on, and this was very close to the Hawk sidewinder reticle. As you can see, the unit is very, very sensitive to IR and does white out very, very quickly. This isn't by any stretch of the imagination a powerful IR, but it really just does show how good the quality of the unit is. That is absolute total darkness. That's with no IR illumination. As you can see, 100 yards away, you would probably be able to see a fox come along that hedge. So yeah, very, very impressed. That's without the sensitivity. As you can see at the bottom, there's an S at the bottom with a line through it, and that just gives it a little bit more sensitivity. If you cut that through, you can actually use your IR, but not on full power because it just completely wipes it out. So yeah, that hedgerow in the distance is 300 yards away, so that just gives you an idea of how far you can see with this. And this is on 4 times magnification. The scope does zoom up to 16. So I was messing around and not quite used to the unit, and guess who pops out? Yep, this fella came along. As you can see, completely whited out. Yes, I could have took a shot, but I didn't think it was safe enough. I waited and waited, but he got wind of me, and that's just swapped over to the thermal there. And as you can see, he hightailed it through the hedge and disappeared, never to be seen again. But we will catch up with him at some point. There he goes. He just has a quick look round. 2 minutes later, I see this with a thermal, and I think to myself, hello, what's that dark bit down there? And then suddenly, oh, that's a fox. So I put the thermal down and I get on the site. I started to search for him, couldn't see him. I didn't realise there's a bit of a ditch there. I squeaked, as you can hear in the background there, and up he popped. Wasn't quite sure of the IR, took the shot, and the fox went down. So yeah, that wasn't the greatest. I didn't have time to clarify it in or zoom in, but I sent my trusty companion over to fetch the carcass, and here comes the farmer over the fence. That is an electric fence, so you can imagine that being very, very careful there. So yeah, I'd hasten to add that the rifle is unloaded and completely safe. I just wanted to show you through the scope the clarity of the image. Like I say, with a decent IR on top of it, I think this scope will be absolutely the bee's knees. As you can see, that's 100 yards away. It's coming towards us now. That's probably 75 yards. That's with no IR illumination at all, in total darkness. And as you can see, completely shootable. So yeah, very impressed with it. I think you could use this in any low light situations. That was the result of my endeavours. It was a Vixen. I was messing around again and just having a play, and I just thought, yeah, I think I'm getting used to this now. And the last thing that I saw, it was picture in picture. But then I put the scope on, put the IR on, and there's a badger. The rifle is unloaded, and there was a badger in the background. So that badger is around about 250 yards away, and as you can see, quite clear in that. So thanks guys for tuning in. See you soon. You take care.